Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be playing Dress to Impress in the master servers as always for these videos. So I want to say a huge thank you for all your support, guys. I'm really glad you liked my latest video, the custom makeup tutorial / guide / whatever. I really appreciate your beautiful comments and all your support and all your love. Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed this video as well. If you like it, please don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so for the first theme for this video we have blue, and in general I really love the themes that are, you know, just one color or something very abstract so that you can be very creative with it. And for this one I took a chance and I really wanted to experiment with the new patterns that we have after the cultural update, and I really loved a blue pattern, the Japanese one, the one with the waves, like that it's kind of inspired from Hokusai. There you go, I have it right there. So yeah, I got inspired by that and I wanted to play around a little bit with long dresses and with something like really elegant, really stylish, and go for a blue color palette with some black and white accents. As you can see here, I'm trying to do something different with the hair, but I'm very indecisive. So yeah, I tried the braids, but they were looking very cute and I didn't want to go for something like that. And this is what I'm like, okay, just leave it like that. I'm gonna add the hat or something on the head anyway, so just leave it like that. And I was also indecisive about the face, as you can see here. So yeah, whenever I experiment with new things, new color palettes, new patterns, or new layering style, whatever, it just makes me go out of my comfort zone, and this kind of makes me, you know, want to try things, and I'm never happy with what I have. Actually, no, not always. I am sometimes, but you know, I want to try a couple of different things because I'm not sure what's the best choice. This is why for this one I was very indecisive for the hair, for the face, and etc. So yeah, so here I used a top that it's been a while since I've used it, and I used to love it a lot, and I'm really happy that I did because I think it layered really nicely with the rest of the items. I'm also adding these two hats, and I think this works really well for this style. So yeah, I was playing around with the patterns, trying to balance things out as I always try to do. The only thing that I see now, and I'm not, you know, very happy about it, is that I have blue, but you know, I know it's my main color, but I have so much black and white in there with the other pattern that I don't know if I am on theme that much. I also tried playing around with the jewelry on the waist that many people do. So yeah, that's that. And I didn't place for this one, unfortunately. Many people did many ethereal non-human themes for this, and I only got 17 stars. They really didn't like it. I liked it though. Okay, so next theme, Bestie Hangout. So here, this was the same day, and I was in a mood to play around more with the new patterns after I played a bit with the blue ones over there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a casual, cute style, and you know, this is gonna be an excuse just to play with some new patterns a little bit. So this is what I did, and here I'm playing around with braids. You guys know I love braids. I'm so sorry I took your place in the nail salon, my friend. So yeah, and this is where I'm adding stuff I already know I like. For this one, I went kind of a comfort zone on the items, but not comfort zone in the patterns, and I didn't wanna experiment in every aspect, or else it would be very chaotic for me. So this is why I went for some items I knew they would work and I knew they would look cute, so that I could play around with the patterns a bit more. I think that this shorts is my I don't know, one of my favorite items whenever I don't know what to do. I think it always works and it turned out really stylish with some belts and some leg accessories. So yeah, and now we're moving on to the patterns, and I'm not sure how to approach this, but I saw this pattern that you'll see here, and I wanted to play around with this as a base, and I'm really glad I did because it turned out to be really beautiful, and I'm definitely gonna use it more. I mean, these are colors that I don't usually go for, but I don't know, they clicked on me, kind of, in this pattern at least. Of course, I combine it with some of the patterns I already love, and this is another thing I do whenever I want to experiment. You know, I keep it in a safe place, kind of. You know, like I have new stuff, but alongside with the old stuff that I know that they work and that I like. So yeah, and this is where I realized that it works really well with this kind of green with orange plaid pattern, and I really liked this combination. I'm definitely gonna use it more sometime. You might see it more on the videos as well. So yeah, trying to finish things up, searching things around if I haven't colored anything. Wow! And I placed third in this one, and I'm so glad because this server was eating so hard. So placing here with 47 stars, like that was so crazy. But yeah, I was so happy with the way this turned out. So cute. Next theme is award show. Now for this one, I was thinking that I wanted to go for a look that was really extra. I was thinking that maybe this is an artist that goes for very extravagant looks, and it has like a very, or you know, she has a signature look or something, like Lady Gaga, for example. She usually has exaggerated styles, or you know, I think you understand what I mean. So this is kind of a character type of that I had in mind, so I want to go for something extra and again play around with patterns. So here again I'm doing a combo. Actually for this one I use a combo that I don't usually do, but I really like it whenever I see it. So it was like colored tights, stockings, tights actually, colored tights with pattern, and I also added the belt. I'm gonna add the belt a bit later, and I did the belt skirt kind of hack, which I think it's really fun. So yeah, I tried it out here, as you can see. Actually you can't see it yet, but I'm gonna grab it a bit later. I feel that this voiceover is a little bit of a mess because it's a little bit late here right now, and I was working and I had stuff to do and I didn't have much time, but I really wanted to make a video for you this week. So yeah, it's a little bit late, so apologies if this voiceover is a little bit chaotic. And I am finally doing the skirt belt kind of hack, and actually you can't see this, but I'm kind of stressed out because I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not, because I don't usually do this kind of layering, or I don't go for patterns like this. So I'm like, okay, trust the process, just go for it and play around and whatever happens. And as you can see, I don't even have much time, so yeah, it was getting a bit crazy. So I really wanted to experiment with some black and red patterns because I was really inspired from the red eyelashes, and I also added this red as an accent to the hair. And as you can see, I'm going as fast as the wind here, and I'm just adding all the patterns I had in mind in the beginning and adding black and red everywhere, moving fast. I don't know how I managed to finish this look. Honestly, I have no idea how I did this. No idea. But I really like how it turned out. And I managed to place second in this one. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was rushing so hard, I was panicking, and I got 35 stars. So happy with this look. I had a couple of things uncolored, as you can see here, and I wanted to see them colored. So I added these finishing touches just for me and for the screenshot. So yeah, really happy with this one in the end. Next theme is Poisoned. Now for this one I was feeling very inspired to do a kind of something actually inspired from a poisonous flower. So I was like, okay, she's either poisoned by the flower or she is the poisonous flower, and I was going with this idea. Yeah, I wanted to add, of course, long dresses, flowy things, that remind me of petals, and I did this kind of thing with a flower growing out of her head, and I had practiced this in free play at some point earlier when the petal update came out, and I actually saw this from someone from TikTok. I think I saw it from a couple of people doing it, so I can't take credits for that, but yeah, I tried it out and I think it looked really cool in this theme. As you can see, I'm adding flowers, flowy stuff everywhere, and I had in mind, like for the color palette, I had in mind this kind of cool red magenta kind of color, and I know we have these cool patterns that they have similar color palettes, and I wanted to play with this as well. And here I'm adding a lot of black, as you can see, and I wanted this reddish magenta kind of purple I don't know what it's called. I wanted it, as a detail. This color actually is one of my favorite colors in general, and I have it saved there in my deep dark colors, and yeah, I use it a lot in general, especially with black, dark aesthetic, kind of maroon with black is one of my favorite combinations. I also added these gloves, as you can see here, because I want to hide the hands. And I also added the butterflies, and I didn't know what color to make them look cool, and of course I ended up making them black, and I think they look really, really cool. Adding some accessories and final touches to try to finalize the look here. And I placed first in this one. I was really happy with the outcome of this, and everyone was slaying in the runway, so getting 49 stars in this server was amazing. Okay, next theme, Avant-garde. It's been a while since I've done this theme, and I wanted to play around and experiment with different patterns and colors and a special kind of face, you know, like this one has this very unique blush and crying and black lipstick, and I really liked it. Of course I wanted to go for a natural hair color for this one, and of course I went for pink to contrast the cool tone in the skin tone. And I wanted to make the hair a little bit extra and a little bit weird. As you can see, I added some blue highlights over there, and here I'm layering things around. Again, I used this dress from the cultural update, and I think this is a beautiful piece, and you can layer with so many cool different ways with it. And the sleeves are amazing, just amazing. So what I had in mind is that I wanted some volume behind the head and like some kind of a straight line silhouette, but flaring on the bottom. Am I commenting this in a good way? Anyway, so yeah, as you can see here, I'm adding stuff around. I also added these boots to add some height and make her a little bit more intimidating, I guess. Now for the patterns, I wanted to play a lot with colors in the beginning, but then I felt that it would look really cool with having, you know, black and white in many areas and colors in some other areas, and it reminded me a lot of the way I approached the custom makeup and the hair, for example, because she has like a lot of black, a lot of light, you know, like almost white, her skin tone, and some color like the blush and the hair. So I wanted to do the same thing with the outfit, and here I'm trying to see what works best. Now I'm not sure if this pattern that I ended up using for the dress on the bottom was the best choice as my accent pattern / color, but I really like the outcome anyway, so you know, I don't mind that much in the end. As you can see, I'm adding a lot of black here. It creates a lot of contrast with the colors and with the big shapes on the back of the head. So I find it very, very interesting in this kind of concepts. As you can see, I made the hat a little bit simpler because I didn't want it to take away from the rest of the look. And I was really happy with what I had. and I did not place in this one unfortunately, but the podium 8 anyway, as you can see. And I ended up actually tying with the third place with 34 stars, so nothing to complain about here. And this sweet girl told me that I deserved podium, and I was like, no, it's okay, like thank you, but yeah, she was so sweet. And the last theme for this video is Mermaid / Siren. So again, I was feeling a bit experimental and creative, and I want to go for something different than usual. So I went for this face that is, I think it's one of my favorite ethereal, or not so much ethereal, but non-human faces lately. I think she's so beautiful. Look at her. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to use her because I was like, okay, she's a mermaid. And over there, I didn't finish adding hair, but all the seats were taken. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna layer a bit and go back later, whatever. So here again, I want to play around with the patterns, and this purple pattern has become one of my favorites. And I don't know, like, it's so beautiful, the purple with the gold. As you can see, I changed it here because I'm searching for the rest of the patterns that I want to use. I wanted to add some extra color as well, but I didn't end up using the last two patterns I saved, honestly. So yeah, I used my skin color and the other patterns that you saw. You'll see them again. Anyway. Of course, I added the fish ears and I made them huge because the hair were taking over all of the headspace over there. And because I was thinking that I didn't want to add the tail for this one, I want to make like a mermaid in a more human-like form, but I wanted to make something unhuman in her look. I added this monster chicken feet. And as you can see here, I want to add some extra color, like some yellows to contrast the purple, but I didn't really like the way this pattern ended up turning out, the other one with the gradient with the yellows and the pinks. So yeah, I removed it in the end. Here again, I'm trying to add it, but I think it's very vibrant. So in the end, I ended up adding, for some colorful detail, I ended up adding the rainbow glitter in some areas. And I think that, you know, as an accent detail, rainbow glitter can look really cool as an extra, you know. It's very noisy if you overdo it, but in small areas it looks really cool. Here I'm adding some accessories and extra stuff. I'm trying to add some neon details to make them pop a little bit. I tried to add some jewelry on the face, but I gave up because I thought it didn't really need it. I think she didn't really need this one as well, but I added it anyway. Again, I didn't place in this round, but I didn't really mind. The podium, it looks just so amazing. And again, I ended up tying with the third place with 32 stars. So yeah, I'm really not complaining. This server was hitting so hard, so the competition was high. Alright everyone, that was all I had for you today. I really hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys!